Adults of Reddit, what is something every teenager needs to know? Cashiers don't care if you buy condoms. If you don't have a passion, learn new skills. You might find your passion or something you're good at. Most of your friends are the product of geographic convenience. Just because you grew up being friends with a neighbor or a fellow student, doesn't mean you owe them your undying loyalty when they start treating you like shit. Learn to trust your gut when in strange situations. If something feels off/wrong, it probably is. Don't go along with something if it feels wrong. There's always more to it. Right now isn't the be-all and end-all. To those who reached out to me, keep pushing on. You deserve so much better, will get better and have exciting things ahead. While you shouldn't believe those who say these gonna be the best years of your life, try to make the most of it, to enjoy the ride. Don't be ashamed of your hobbies and passions, those who make fun of that can go fuck themselves. Every feeling you have deserves to be expressed in any constructive manner. Don't fear rejection from those you like/love. Tell them and come what may. The person you love at May 17th not be the person you love at 30. You change. They change. Learn how to cook. It's way cheaper and usually faster than takeout. People, employers, etc., will take advantage of your naivete. In many cases this will be illegal. How to de-escalate difficult situations. And how to disagree with a teacher/someone in authority without sounding like a know-it-all or in a condescending manner. For example, if a teacher says X and you are certain you learned differently, recognize that there may be certain circumstances that you may not realize that changes something. Lead the disagreement with a saying like, "Excuse me, I may be wrong, but I thought/learned why." This kind of phrasing does not cause the other person to be on the defensive, which can allow gentle new instruction for you, or a graceful/face-saving correction for the teacher. A situation with differing opinions doesn't have to be confrontational. Don't put off dealing with mental health issues. Developing unhealthy coping mechanisms for emotional issues will fuck you up big time down the road. If you have issues, deal with it head-on, right away. It can take time, but start the work now. Also, save for retirement. You should open a Roth IRA yesterday. When you get to driving you need to realize that the laws of physics apply to you. They aren't out to get you, they're just indifferent. Slow the fuck down and don't horse around, you're driving a very heavy machine at speeds we did not evolve to deal with. Be safe. The measure of whether someone has the potential to be a new friend of yours is not whether they like a bunch of things you like. It is entirely possible to become friends with people who like a ton of things you've never heard of, or even already decided you dislike. You are at a spot in life where a lot of your likes and dislikes are subject to change anyway. Biggest thing, making a new friend often takes time. Lots of time. Much longer than movies and shows make it look like. Find things to do, groups to join, city league sports to play, pandemic permitting, or after, and keep learning about the people you see repeatedly. Far too many early 20s people who report having no friends made a premature judgment that one or more prospective friends were off the list, when it just needed a lot more time. It's okay to say no to anyone. Don't let anyone in your life guilt trip you into doing something you don't want to do or are uncomfortable with. We know all the tricks, we were teenagers once before Oswell. Honestly, your teens are the perfect time to begin small on creating good habits that pay off big in the long run. 1. Save and/or invest 10% of any money you receive. 2. Create a habit of exercising, even just small exercises, every day. 3. Someone else said it, but it is worth repeating, brush your teeth. 4. Figure out what you enjoy. Read and try a lot of different things. Go to camps, or shadow any jobs you think you might be interested in. Sometimes the job you think you'd enjoy, you find out you have no interest in at all. This will save you a lot of money, like studying pre-med and learning you hate healthcare. 5. This is a difficult one as a teen, but try to establish a decent sleeping habit. Preferably one where you wake up early. I feel like I slept my teen years away. Everyone is smart, just at different things. People can be book smart or people smart or machine smart, etc. But the difference between successful people and not so much is the application and dedication you give. My nephew is 9 and his dad is already calling him dumb, which is insane because that kid is so quick. He understands things rapidly. But he doesn't like school right now. This is something I just told him. Get a marketable skill, unskilled labor sucks. You need something that's going to pay you, it doesn't have to be your life's passion, contrary to what my peers were saying at that age, but you do need to be able to tolerate it. Compound interest, it's never too early to start saving for retirement. It's exactly as lame to not do something you want to do because it's too mainstream or popular as it is to do something only because it's cool and the cool kids are doing it. If you don't brush your teeth, big regrets. Don't talk too much about yourself and your private life and ideas, it will be used against you. Emotionally you are going to feel better and survive the struggles you are into. Don't breed anger, it will consume your time and energies. Time flies. I'm 38 years old, it seems yesterday I was in my 20s, enjoy the ride, take care of your body, don't listen too much to the wired stuff coming from your mind. I've said this before but it's important. When someone says you can't do something in life, it means they can't do it, not that you can't. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. This is going to sound cliché but just be yourself. Having friends is important, but don't act like them just to fit in. You may not entirely know who you are yet, and by not being yourself, you're going to lose your true self in the mix. If you're lucky, it'll take many years and a lot of soul searching to even bring back your uniqueness, and then clump that all together to learn who you truly are. I made this mistake. I'm 37 now, it took me 20 years to undo everything, because in college and afterwards, I was a chameleon changing my personality with each group of friends I was with. I had no idea who I was. It took a lot of work on my self-esteem to recorrect my thought process. Also, try to enjoy life, responsibly of course. You can have some great, fun, and happy years as a teenager. Figure out what activities you love most to do, and do them. Hang out with positive people. Put yourself first. You're going to get hurt, but the feelings will pass, I promise. These are all things I didn't do as a teenager. I had a traumatic childhood and its effects really started to hit me as a teenager. It led to miserable years, when it could have been so much different. Start trying to save money now. You will definitely thank yourself later on. People tell you these are the best years of your life. That's bullshit. Just because you have fewer responsibilities in their eyes doesn't mean your problems are invalid. It was especially hurtful for me to hear that when I was going through depression in high school. I was already at rock bottom, but if it's all downhill from here, what's the friggin' point? After high school, life gets a whole lot better. For anyone else who is feeling uncertain, learn a second language. It's good for your brain, and it's a lot easier when you're young. Get active and fit, make it a habit. This is one of the most important ways to stave off cognitive decline as you get older. Plus, it's great for managing mental health during the transition to adulthood. Taking stealthy snaps of people without their knowledge to send to your friends to make fun of them actually isn't funny or cool, it's cringy and you're an asshole. Save money. Now. Adulting is way more expensive than you can ever imagine. Avoid debt if possible. It's hard to make new, meaningful friendships as an adult, so don't take the good friendships you have for granted. Never trust a junkie. You don't matter. I don't matter. None of us matter. Kill your ego, feed your soul. You're allowed to question authority. If an authority says something you think is wrong, you're allowed to question that. She is probably not the love of your life. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to know everything. Hell, it's more important to know enough about what you don't know, so you don't say something embarrassing or stupid and you can try to sway the conversation or argument toward what you do know. Fake it till you make it. Always keep your eyes and ears open. Learn lots of little useless facts. They can make you sound extra smart, without any effort. Sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut and your ears open. Don't dig in if a conversation isn't going your way. Lay back. Shut the hell up. To quote Mark Twain, it's better for a person to think you're an idiot even if you haven't said anything than it is for you to open your mouth and prove them right. Oh, and never take the brown acid. And most importantly kids, we'll quote the late, great Timothy Leary, think for yourself and question everything. Don't be afraid to fail at things. Just getting into my 30s and I am finding the new generation seems to be afraid of being bad at something to the point of not trying new things. Go and try. Obviously there are things to be cautious about, but take reasonable risks on things like moving, jobs, work, hobbies, etc. It really doesn't matter what others think of you. It only matters what you think of yourself. Live your life such that you can look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and be proud of what you've done. Also, likes from social media don't mean a thing. If you post something that gets 0 likes or upvotes, you will still wake up tomorrow ready to go. Start a fitness plan/habits when you're young. You won't have that metabolism forever. Don't get in the habit of drinking alcohol, it may end up running and ruining your life. If you don't have a passion yet, don't sweat it and don't think you have to go to college straight away. Get an apartment to share with friends and job hop until you figure out what you're good at/enjoy doing. Then consider college for that specific area. Take up an instrument. As a teenager you have far more time on your hands than you ever will again, plus your brain is still plastic enough to learn things easily and quickly. Relative to a fully formed brain, you still need to put the hours in. Being able to play music is such a joy that you will carry with you your whole life. And you can often form relationships off the back of it, jamming sessions, for example, or just bonding over your love of guitars. There's more to life than smoking weed and cigarettes. You don't need to go to university/college to get a good job. When you make a mistake, own up to it. People are more willing to help you when you admit you did a dumb thing. This goes for school, work, and personal life. Forget to make a payment on a loan? Call and talk to the finance company. Mess something up on a school project? Tell your teacher and ask for a bit of leeway. Etc. People will be more likely to help you if you communicate. Start your retirement fund as early as possible. Doesn't matter if you can only afford $5 a week, it's still $5 more than you would have had otherwise. It will add up and you'll thank yourself later. Enjoy your youth. Play safe. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You may just end up going hungry. Learn the signs and signals of toxic relationships. All too often these can start as early as high school, and before you know it you've wasted years of your life being someone's victim. No one owes you a thing. Live your life well by working for what you want. Make good decisions. Not based on fleeting emotions but reason and common sense. Good financial decisions are a must. Know what it costs. Don't be afraid to separate yourself from so-called friends if those friends are not moving forward. Don't allow their defeatist attitude to hold you back. Good music will help you in life. Enjoy the small stuff like your back not hurting. The first step to being good at something is being bad at something. Paraphrased from Jake the Dog. Don't forget to slow down and appreciate being young. People are always going to try to make you grow up faster, but you have your whole life for that. You're only young for a short time. So go ahead. Learn to twerk. Dye your hair red. Rent that cute hipster apartment. Go backpacking when there's no pandemic. Enjoy being young, smiley face. The working world is cruel. It's not even close to school, but it's not all bad. Recognize when things are good because those times don't last forever. Stop taking things so seriously. Stop worrying what people think. It legitimately doesn't matter. The world is full of people. If someone doesn't like you, someone else will. Treat debt as you would a poisonous snake. You're borrowing from tomorrow. You'll blink and 20 years will go by. Take care of your body and teeth. Don't ever waste your time on the wrong person or toxic people. Time is precious and you won't ever get it back. There aren't always second chances. Make room in your life for fuck-ups and learn to forgive yourself. Be extremely jealous of your time and energy. Anything is possible and nothing is safe. The most important? You aren't bulletproof and you definitely don't know it all. Learn some caution. The things your parents are trying to keep you from doing are more than likely the mistakes of their youth that they wish they could do differently. Focus on your education now. It is 100 times harder to improve yourself when you need to work to survive. Do not be afraid to ask out that girl/guy that you like. If you suffer from anxiety like myself, then at least try to work on it. I personally went through all my teenage years without even trying to talk to girls much at all, and now that I'm 19 and have the chance to look back, I 100% regret it. Everyone is not looking at you and noticing all your self-envisioned flaws all the time, they are all worrying about themselves. Take a deep breath and smile, your new shoes or haircut or jeans look great. Understand how much more you will understand in the future, and don't be ashamed to admit that you may not understand things. The mantra, 30 is the new 20, is taking it really far, but even though that's extreme, the basic idea is important to appreciate. You have to keep busy of course, but you don't have to dive into anything that's serious right out of high school. Give it 2 years at least. This isn't just because you get to enjoy procrastinating. It's because you're a teenager, and you're still stupid. You should wait to become less stupid so that you're in a better spot to make decisions. Resentment is like swallowing poison and hoping the other person dies. And, don't waste time trying to love someone who doesn't love you back. And, just because you spent years on something, a job, a relationship, a place, etc., doesn't mean you're stuck there if you're miserable. If you can, do the hard thing and leave. You'll be so much happier. Adulthood is both an age and a mindset. Though you are legally responsible for yourself at 18, most people don't really get it until about 5+ years later. That said, some adults never mentally leave high school. Gossip still happens, bragging still happens, self-righteousness still happens. Some people grow up, some don't. I know this is very boring subject, but learning basics about finances is very important. You can't be friends with everyone, but you can be polite to them. And if someone's being rude to you, it might not even be because of you. You don't have to light a fire you didn't build. Specifically, if they're calling you names or spreading rumors about you, embrace it, because taking offense and escalating to a physical confrontation just makes everyone's lives harder, including people not even involved. Being confident about who you are will change your life.